For many, many years, probably most of my life even, I didn't feel good enough. And for a lot of that time, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Well, I knew it in some ways, like in regards to jobs and that kind of things, but I didn't really know it was a thing in relationships and yeah, different kind of relationships. Maybe I knew, but I didn't know, you know? um, but at some point, of course, I figured it out. And the past, I don't know, year and a half, and also before, I have worked a lot with that. And it has helped immensely. Really, it's like, it almost feels like night and day, actually. It's kind of crazy. But this is not what this is about. But I was thinking about this concept of not being good enough. And I was talking a bit about this with a friend or a colleague in regards to dating. And that reminded me of something I saw a few months ago. I saw this video on YouTube with a coach um, that coached a client um, on camera. And it was about this kind of not feeling good enough. And I don't remember if it was in his personal life or if it was, I don't even remember if it was a man or a woman, but that doesn't matter either. But I don't remember if it was like personal or um, work wise or whatever it was, or just a combination. But what kind of stood out for me, and it seems almost silly when you say it, but even though I had worked so much with this, I don't think I've actually heard it described or the question said in that kind of way, or at least I haven't really noticed it or taken it in. But it's so basic. Again, it almost seems silly because it's really not rocket science. But they were doing this coaching session and he was asking a lot of different questions, and they got somewhere, but it's still, the coach kind of wanted to corner him a bit or make him go a place where he would be open to getting this question, and also just be open to see how simple it kind of was, or how not, how this belief is so not okay. I'm really tired after work and a bad night's sleep, but okay, I can't find the word right now. But the question was, okay, so you don't think you're good enough, and that's why you don't want to do this thing. So you will do the thing if when you're good enough. But when will you know when you're good enough? Do you have some kind of metric you can take off when I can do this, or have this and that, or look like this? Do you have this like list that you can really just take off and say, yes, now I feel like I'm completely good enough and worthy of everything I want? And it really, I don't know, that question just really stuck with me because it makes it so obvious how these beliefs are not rooted in truth, because none of us can say, when we reach this, then I'm gonna be worthy, because there is no fact in this. This is not math. It's not like two and two makes four. This is it's not that. No one can put this into a formula and then just say, well, if this is the case, then you're good enough, then you're good to go, and then you're worthy of everything you want. That's not how it works. It's so subjective, and it's, yeah, it has nothing to do with the truth. It's just a story you're telling yourself. And what's worse is that if you don't catch yourself in this lie, or in and make yourself really reflect about this, and you do struggle with low self-worth and not feeling good enough, and if you don't challenge yourself in this way or other ways, but it's all comes kind of down to the same. If you don't do that, you will never be able to go after what you want, or you will never be able to have the things you dream about, because you will never feel ready or good enough to get it, because there's no such thing. There's no one who is the judge of who is good and worthy, because everyone is. And then, yeah, that can be matched if it's like in relationships and stuff like that, but that's never because you're not worthy of someone else. It's because it's not a good match, or different preferences, or that kind of thing. And when I was self-employed, like some years back, I really struggled with this not feeling good enough, imposter syndrome. And it was creative work, and I, even though people kept saying how good I was at what I was doing, I never really, sometimes I'd felt it, but never really. I still felt like I needed to arrive somewhere to be good enough, to be worthy of the thing. But it was just my own insecurity and low self-worth. It was not about how good or not good I was, because I could see at the same time there was people that were uh, less good than me, let's say it that way, kind of, that had much more success. And again, this is not rooted in reality. It's just a story you tell yourself, and the longer you're telling yourself that, the longer you will wait on the life you want to live, and on the things you really want to have, because that's really what's standing in your way. That is your belief about yourself, or the story you tell yourself. So I will just, that was just a little reminder, um, because I really felt that it made a difference for me, even though I had worked on this a lot before. But it made it so clear how stupid it is, how stupid this belief is. And if you know you're struggling with this, I think, ask yourself this question, maybe even journal about it, and ask, well, ask the same question, when will I know I'm good enough? When is that? Is there like an actual, I need to do this? Because if it's a job you want and you don't have the skill set yet, you can get it and then you will be good enough. But if it's something about you, just you have a belief that you're fundamentally broken, or just not worthy of anything because you have made mistakes, or because whatever you're telling yourself, it's not going to change unless you change it, unless you begin to tell yourself a new story. So I would really recommend you doing that. And the journal is a very good beginning. And again, I'm gonna just say it. EFT tapping is amazing in this. At this, I think this is the biggest, that has made the biggest change for me. But just journaling, meditating on it, something like that, or just sitting and asking yourself quietly, what would it actually take, and what is the story I'm telling myself, and could I just, not? Do I have proof that this is true? No, probably not, because it's not true. It's just something you at one point just made up in your mind, like all the TV shows you see on Netflix or the greatest Hollywood movie, whatever. It's still just, it's fiction. And the same is true for the stories you tell yourself. So cut it out and start telling yourself some better stories so you can actually begin to live the life you want to live and get all the things you, of course, are worthy of. So that was just some thoughts for today, and I should probably stop talking for today because it's not going very well. So if this resonated, please let me know in the comments. And again, as always, I hope you stick around, like, subscribe, and all the things. And hopefully, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.